Another day, another box score watching episode as we had a lot of cool games, a lot of close games. Let's talk about them. We start off quick as fuck boy with Raptors against the Pistons. It was a really good game actually, as the Raptors edged through the Pistons, as this was the night of Delano Benton, who had a career night and scored one hell of a, had one hell of a fourth quarter as he edged essentially the Raptors to victory. He had 27 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. He was sensational down the stretch. He made every shot that he needed to make. He made the free throws that he needed to make. He was just great. And overall, it was good bench play for Toronto, as the starters didn't do as well offensively, except for OG Anunoby, but he missed a lot of shots. Scotty Barnes struggled a little bit. Otto Porter played just 12 minutes, and the bench just was really good for them. They edged through, even though they shot 8 of 27 from the three-point line. Good on Toronto, needed win, 8-7 on the season, and the Pistons once again played without Kate Cunningham, who's hurt, as Killian Hayes continues to play somewhat decent basketball, you could say. Jaden Ivey has been really impressive. He didn't shoot particularly well from the field today, but if you watch the games, you can see him getting more and more comfortable. The confidence is there. He's going to be great. He had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Marvin Bagley was back in the starting lineup tonight. He had 16 and 5. Isaiah Stewart had to leave the game early due to ankle sprain. Hope he's all right. Bojan had some good looks from the three-point line down the stretch to tie the game, to put the Pistons up, but he didn't make them. And it's a tough loss for the Pistons, but steps in the right direction, and it's good to see Alec Burks also balling out. Shoutout Warriors, 2020-21 Warriors legend. Next up, we had the Town Bowl as the Hornets took on the Magic, and they won. The Charlotte Hornets edged through despite shooting 7 of 35 from the three-point line. It's just incredible shooting, struggles today. As Kelly Oubre shot 0 for 6, PJ of Washington shot 0 for 3, Terry Rozier 1 of 8, LaMelo Ball had 4 of 15. It was a rough night from the three-point line. LaMelo was 2 of 4 from the field otherwise, and he was solid, much better today, getting more into things of into the shape, into basketball, speed, as well. He probably shouldn't take 15 threes, but who knows? Who am I to judge? Mason Plumlee was great today. Terry Rozier was overall game was great. And they held through, as they are probably the better team overall, with Orlando still missing Paolo Banchero, as he is still recovering from I think he has something with his ankle. Franz Wagner continues to be great. He had 23 points. Mo Bamba finally continues to be a positive contributor, as he was kinda really bad to start the season. Now he's getting more into not being horrible for the Magic, as he had 14 and 10. RJ Hampton had 10 points off the bench. Some solid still, stuff for the Magic. This is the perfect night for them. They were in the game somewhat. They, were hanging in there. Their young players played really well, except for Jalen Sachs on offense, but he's still a defensive dog. Let's not forget about that. And they are getting better, position for the better draft pick, as they probably want. So I would say this is a really good night for them, and I'm not sure what the Hornets are the Hornets. I don't want to spend more time on this game. Then we had 2 bangers, as OKC Thunder went to TD Garden in Boston, and it was one hell of a game, as Boston slightly edges OKC in a thriller, and it was once again that man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 50% from the field, 37 points, 8 assists. It was sensational. He's just so fun to watch. If you can watch OKC, it's fun, it's great, it's entertaining. Shai is incredible. Pokuševski was great today. He had 16 points, 14 rebounds. Some great play from him. Lou Dort, continues to be a little somewhat off offensively, but at least he put up good numbers today. And it was a good effort from the Thunder. It showed, they didn't have enough experience on the, court and on the roster, especially against proven Celtics team down the stretch, as they couldn't execute, and the Celtics kinda, took their lunch money. But it's just great to see the OKC Thunder be competitive. We all thought they would just tank and suck, but they're competitive with everyone. They're almost in every game, and they are fun to watch. So good on them, and probably not good for their draft odds so far, but good for us to see Shai play great ball. And then we have the Celtics, as Jason Tatum continues to be still really solid, 27, 10, 3 steals, 3 blocks, one of the weirdest technicals you will ever see, as he clapped, he was frustrated, so he had a huge clap, and the ref just teed him up, so that was fucking weird. Jaylen Brown was really great today, 26.6 rebounds, 6 assists, he's been really good overall. Marcus Smart, even though he wasn't great the whole game, he was sensational in the fourth quarter. He made 2 tough threes. He essentially put the game away. And the Celtics continue their really great start to the season and beat the Thunder despite shooting 27% from the 3-point line. Just the Celtics are great. What can you say? Then we had the Phoenix Suns and Miami Heat, as Miami Heat beat the Suns and moved to 500, which was a sensational game. The fourth quarter was great. It was a high intensity match, as the Suns kinda, got. It was a back and forth game throughout the whole game, but it felt like the Suns were gonna get away with it in the fourth quarter. But the Miami Heat the Miami Heat just rallied and came through, had a huge run in the fourth quarter to come back into the game. Then it was back and forth, and Jimmy Buckets blocks Devin Booker's mid-range in what was one of the best blocks I have seen in the last few years at least, and it was game over, as Devin Booker had to force up a tough 3-pointer that he didn't make. He was so overall solid. Their bench was really good. Damian Lee had 14 points. Dwayne Washington, who is on a two-way, had 21 points, 5 of 8 from the 3-point line. And a rough loss, but they're still without CP3. Cameron Payne was awful today. They'll be fine, we all know that. I still don't know what to think about DeAndre Ayton, man. So weird with DeAndre Ayton. I'm gonna make a separate video on him probably, because I'm so confused with him as a player. Then on Miami side, we got Bam Adebayo having one of the best games of the season from him. He was sensational in the fourth quarter, hit 30 and 10, made some huge and tough shots. Jimmy Butler 16, 13 and 7 with the 1 block that was essential. And it was a good game for Miami overall, as they shot 15 of 33 from the 3-point line, 45%. Some good solid minutes from everyone. Caleb Martin especially was really good today. And they moved to 500 after a really rough start. Hopefully the same follows with my Warriors, as we were both kinda mid to start the season, and we both hopefully will turn it around soon. Then we had the Clippers beating the Rockets. I didn't have to say I didn't watch much of this game. I saw the box score, I saw some highlights, but I didn't watch much of this game, as I wasn't really interested to see this matchup again. And this was, from what I've seen and what I've, when I skimmed through it, I essentially just skimmed through it a little bit, and, the Clippers were essentially in control the whole game. Reggie Jackson seemed to be really good today, 17 points, 7 of 11 shooting. Paul George, 22, 8 and 5, he was solid. Marcus Morris, 15 points, 6 of 9 shooting, he was solid. Just a solid performance for the Clippers, as they, continue to rally without Kawhi Leonard and even without John Wall today. And Houston continues to be underwhelming. Not underwhelming, but, Jabari continues to be underwhelming. Jalen Green, finally, he's putting together the good games he's been playing so lately, how I've expected him to play offensively the whole season. So that's great to see for me and my fantasy, and as a Jalen Green fan. And Alfred Sengun is also one hell of a fun watch. Hopefully, I won't have to keep saying that Jabari has to turn it around soon. I mean, he doesn't have to. His first year, rough start, it happens. We know he is, I'm confident in him overall, but hopefully we can talk about some great performances from him soon, rather sooner than later, right? Then we had the Hawks beating the Bucks in Milwaukee, as they are 2-1 in the season series against Milwaukee. In the first half, this was a pretty back and forth game, but then the Hawks kind of got away with it. They were in control essentially the whole time. In the fourth quarter, it was kind of rough, and it's been happening with the Hawks, but they held through and came with it. Shout out Clint Capella, he's been sensational these last few games, he's been playing great. Trae Young continues to slightly struggle from the field, but he was a game manager today. He made some tough shots, he got to the free throw line when he needed to. And shout out DeAndre Hunter, he got to the free throw line also a bunch and made all of them, and it was really a key thing for him. And their bench was solid. Shout out to the Hawks, they are as good as I thought they would be so far. And a good win for him. A really good win for him against the Bucks. A really solid win against the Bucks, as The Bucks had back Giannis Antetokounmpo, obviously, but he wasn't really good today. He was really off, and it's been troubling for him. The Capella Okongwu duo, John Collins, Jalen Johnson, the Hawks got a lot of good bodies against Giannis, and they did a good job on him today. Marjan Boucham continues to be really good for the Bucks, which is great to see. Shout out to him. And, well, they just struggled. They shot 20% from the three-point line. They didn't make the needed shots, the momentum swinger threes, the threes that got the lead down to 10 or below 10. They just didn't have it today. The Hawks were better. It happens. Rough loss for them. And last but not least, we had my Warriors finally having a great game. They finally had a great game. Run TMC on the mic for the Warriors broadcast. Well, there was one hell of a controversial moment in there, but let's not talk about that. The Warriors win. They are 6-8 now as they move on to Phoenix on Wednesday, and it was a really bad night for the Spurs. They were all essentially awful. They were just bad. I mean, the Warriors' defense was solid, but it was more. I would say it was like 70 to 30% Warriors defense to Spurs just being off today, as they were 36% from the field, 25% from the three-point line. Just a rough night for them, and well, they had a few rough nights these days. And it's kinda sad, but it happens. They are a young team and they'll learn from it. And the Warriors had a feel-good game. Andrew Wiggins didn't have to be sensational. Steph didn't have to be sensational. This was Jordan Poole show. Poole parties. He had a bubblehead night, 36, 2-2, 3 steals in a starting role. He looked engaged. He looked sensational today. And the kids looked great. Jonathan Kuminga played 24 minutes. He was great out there. Moses Moody played 27 minutes. He was great out there. And it was great to see Jamal Green got some minutes. He was solid. Good stuff for the bench. Just positive things to look forward to in the next games to build on. And a much needed win, much needed blowout. And James Wiseman is going to the G League, which I think is for the best for everyone. Hopefully it helps him rather than kills his, everything. But I believe it will help him overall. We'll see if it's, with the Warriors. And that about does it for today. As tomorrow we have a few games. Oh my god, wait. That's not tomorrow, right? Yeah, we have less games on Tuesdays, as we have the Grizzlies and Pels. That should be a great one. Clippers, Mavs should be a great one also. Jazz, Knicks could be fun. Blazers, Spurs should be fun. Kings, Nets should be fun. There are a lot of good teams actually. A lot of solid matchups. And I mean, a lot of 5 matchups, and most of them are solid. The Spurs, Blazers could be maybe bad. Jazz, Knicks could be a blowout, but these 3 games should be fun. Luka against the Clippers is always fun. Can't wait to cover it. I'll cover it obviously tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Tell me your thoughts about today's game. And I'll see you all with another Box Crouching episode tomorrow.